Danny Cahalane wasn't famous. He was an athletic, well-liked personal fitness instructor, the kind of man you'd walk past without a second glance, until he was melted beyond recognition. Danny was a father, a brother, a man trying to move on from his turbulent past. From what I've gathered, Danny was a single father who was raising his only daughter on a personal gym trainer's salary. At 43 years old, Danny was rebuilding from his recent failed relationship with Paris Wilson, his now ex-girlfriend. Despite this setback, he continued forward and raised his daughter as he should, staying out of trouble and trying to be a better person than he was yesterday. He had his routines, the love of his friends and family, and the strength built from years of training others and himself. But even strong men can be caught off guard, especially when the danger comes wearing a familiar face. Together, we're going to step into the shoes of Danny Cahalane and endure the torment he went through on February 21st of 2023. You are Danny Cahalane. It's late out, around 3:50 a.m. to be exact. The house is quiet and you're tired. You've been trying to rebuild lately, trying to move forward, but not everything heals cleanly, especially betrayal. You and Paris, your former lover, had history, a deep, tangled history. The love you once shared has faded and turned into arguments, long nights, and resentments that never fully died. You didn't know it then, but tonight would be your last. There's a knock at the door, and your heart sinks when you see who it is. It's her. It's Paris. And she's just standing there. However, she's not alone. There's another man there with her. Reluctantly, you decide to answer the door, and strangely, there's no yelling, no fighting. She doesn't even say much. And it all feels wrong. Suddenly, the man makes a move towards you. And then, it hits you. Your face, your neck, your chest. You don't realize what it is until the burning begins. And not just burning, melting. You feel your skin bubble, your throat closes. You try to scream, but your voice is shredded by what you can feel is acid. Your vocal cords shredding from the shock. Finally you stumble, collapsing from the pain, and she just watches. The only thing that can match this kind of pain is the betrayal at the hands of a loved one. And upstairs, your daughter is waking up, and her voice screaming in horror is the last thing you hear clearly. Danny Cahalane survived the attack, but was fighting for his life for 10 weeks. 10 weeks of agony, surgeries, skin grafts, and machines doing the work his body could no longer manage. He couldn't speak, he couldn't see, and worst of all, he couldn't hold his daughter's hand. He was 43 years old, but in that hospital bed, he was a dead man. His body was shutting down, his skin was ravaged, and his life reduced to beeping monitors and whispered prayers. And on May 11th of 2023, Danny's heart gave out, and with it the last opportunity of a life that was full of love, mistakes, and the hope of starting fresh. Danny Cahalane died a victim of betrayal. He had given Paris everything he could, from his family to his trust, and on February 21st, she gave him acid. And pain doesn't come close to describing the torment Paris put him through. Paris Wilson was a 30-year-old mother and former probation officer. She was someone who should have known better. After she was arrested, it's revealed she did not act alone. A 25-year-old man named Israel Augustus is charged as the man who murdered Danny by throwing acid on his face. Several more suspects are brought in, and these people are tied to organized crime. In a bizarre twist, most of them are charged with money laundering, attempted kidnapping, and drug charges related to the murder of Danny Cahalane. But at the time of recording this video, we don't have a single clue as to why so many people are involved in this case. Why would so many people want Danny dead? Why would someone like Paris, someone with a badge and a child of her own, do something like this? We still don't know. The police don't say everything they've gathered from various interrogations. Maybe they don't know, or maybe, what they do know, they would rather keep behind closed doors. Either way, this gruesome attack is still under investigation, and until further information releases, we won't know exactly why this happened. This attack is beyond despicable, and for what it's worth, as of June 4th of 2025, Paris Wilson has been charged with murder and 3 other charges. She is currently in prison, awaiting trial, where, if there's any justice, she'll rot. This case is a brutal reminder to guard yourself and guard your heart. God willing, justice will be served. Hey guys, it's Scary Joe. Thanks so much for sticking this long. If you stuck around this long, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. First things first, huge shout out to my brother Isaac. He set up the scene that you guys seen. Oops, I hit the mic. He set up the scene that you guys were looking at with the red character and the blue character in the house. He set all that up, so huge shout out to my brother Isaac. I had a heck of a time recording this. I mean, from recording inside of the little house to the audio, it has been very busy. I can say I thoroughly enjoyed the process, so thank you so much for checking in and just seeing what the video was like. Again, huge shout out Isaac, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.